What's up, y'all? It's the Dondo Show. Wednesday's episode. Um, we got a special guest in the house today. We were supposed to have two, but only one showed. Give it up for my boy Terrain, my nephew, big diehard OU fan. Um, how you feeling about this week's game?
Man, I'm feeling confident, but man, we got to handle business, man. If we go in there and play like we did against BYU, man, it don't matter who lose, bro. We won't make it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got to handle business, man, on Friday.
So, how? What do you think? Like, I mean, setting at 9-2, second highest rated team in the Big 12. Do you really think people are going to tune in to see a possibly OSU and Texas matchup?
No, I just don't. I mean, because I feel like might be the third, fourth best team in the Big 12 going against the Texas that's number one.
Yeah,
So I don't. So, but
yeah,
they beat us. So, they got them rights to get in, but it'll be better for OU Texas rematch though. That that that
um,
that'll that that,
yeah.
that
I think kind of. I don't know the scenarios for Saturday. I know if OSU wins,
it's a
they're
lot.
in, and
Yeah.
Texas wins, they're in.
Yeah.
But it's also some trickiness with K State. I mean, honestly, I tried to read about it, and I got I got confused and my head started hurting because it was like
It is
too
some
many
crazy
scenarios.
scenarios.
Iowa State scenario is Kansas possibly. I think Kansas still has. It's five teams. I think that still have a chance.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was just like, man, I was watching it, but I was just like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, if the
I
top
don't
two, if
know.
the top two teams, Texas and O State in the conference handle business, that's what we're gonna see on the second. If
Yeah,
Texas slip up, it's gonna be a OU OSU rematch if we win.
yeah,
So I mean, and I feel like that won't be bad either. I would like to get some revenge on that before we leave. You know,
yeah. Um, I think I don't know about Texas anymore, man.
oh,
I
I
really
don't.
don't.
I'm being real
Y'all
with you, man.
exposed them, and then they just went downhill,
Yup,
and
did
that Alabama team got better.
way
So
better.
I mean, honestly, I talk shit back and forth with y'all about y'all beating Texas, but y'all probably are really better than Texas. I
Hmm.
mean, they struggled with Iowa State for a little bit, which going to Ames is always tough.
Yeah,
Um, uh, who else? They've almost lost a couple of
man,
games.
they should have
K
lost to K
State
State.
was tough.
K
I
State had
mean,
them.
K State gave them all they wanted.
If K State kicked the field goal and go into overtime, another overtime, we don't know what that might have ended up being.
Yeah,
Um, Hell, TCU had them on the ropes at the end of the game, and then they
yeah,
struggled against AIM. I mean, they BYU had them in the first quarter, kind of like us, and then they gave that up. So just Texas is kind of playing OU football too. We about the same. I feel like, but
yeah.
the fact that we did beat them head to head neutral site, I feel like we're a touch better. But really, in reality, man, it's about the same. Honestly, I feel like
Well, Texas lost a running back to me who was their best player this year.
that that,
Yours
that
was up. Yours hasn't been the same. He didn't look bad, but he didn't look like the yours
right,
when they played Alabama.
right.
And I honestly think Alabama kind of took them a little bit for granted. I think Alabama would destroy them right now. But I honestly think y'all would beat them
Mhm.
too.
Just turn it
They
down.
don't. teams have figured out you can't really run the ball on Texas,
Yeah, you
but
can't
you
though.
can
They got some
throw
big boys.
it.
They
You
got
can
some big
throw
boys.
it on them. But y'all did have success running the ball. Whoever 29 was, he was getting
Tariq.
up and through there. Is
Yeah,
he
Tariq.
still hurt?
No, he played last week. I mean,
That's good.
and that's another thing that frustrates me with OU a lot, man. We went into the season. I'm thinking we got a good stat running back room, and in reality, man, we don't.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
don't know.
I thought y'all did. I think Sawchuck is pretty.
Chuck is
He could be pretty salty. Um, I don't know if Majors is in the doghouse right now. He
I think
hasn't really played much.
Barnes is in the doghouse, and that's who I was number two. I said, shit, it's all Barnes, and Barnes ain't touched the field since about SMU, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time, man. That was the
He must
third
be in
game
the
of the
double
season.
doghouse. He
He's in
got
the
to be in
dog.
the double doghouse if he ain't touched.
Yeah, we'll see him transferring here
Yeah.
soon.
So y'all got 11 o'clock game. We don't know the status of Dylan Gabriel. I like y'all's chances. And
Even with
Texas
freshman.
plays later on that night. So
You know
I
what
think
though?
if Texas loses, I think y'all are in over them. But then it comes down to K-State, I think, because y'all had a tiebreaker. If Texas loses, it's gonna get weird.
Yeah.
Because y'all had a tiebreaker over Iowa State head to head.
Yep.
But y'all didn't play K-State.
Right.
So that's kind of
It's tricky.
yeah, it's tricky. I don't know where it goes from after that. But then if OSU loses, it really I just get confused by it. The games are Friday, so I mean y'all play Friday, Texas play Friday. So Friday we should have a pretty good idea on what needs to be done or if OSU needs to
What time
send
they
them.
play? What time does O State play?
Y'all play Friday, but O State plays Saturday, and I'm trying to see what time they play at 2:30
Okay.
on ABC.
BYU gonna come in and they gonna play a decent game, but I feel like O State gonna be hard to beat at home. And
Yeah,
they know they just
but
need a win to get to the Big 12 ship. Gundy gonna have them ready.
yeah, but also you got to look at BYU. If they win a game, they go to a bowl game, so
That is true. They fighting.
they're gonna play pretty hard. They're gonna play. They're gonna try to play to win.
They're gonna play the win. You right.
O State. I mean, they come out dancing and going through the motions last week. What's the kid from Bigsby? What's his last name? Is it Presley?
Yeah, Presley. He's like that.
He had a hell of a game, man. He really turned up, and that's how they rode that momentum. They also had a play where Houston was up, I think 17-3.
Yep, that's when I text you.
They had got a first down. They were OSU was finna punt. Houston stopped them on third down, and Houston taunted them.
Yep.
And OSU was finna have to punt. Well, Houston taunted them.
Yep.
And OSU got a first down, and OSU went down and scored that series.
Yep.
And then they come back, and Houston throws an interception, and OSU almost run it back. And that's the difference in the game. That's a huge difference in the game because you got all the momentum, and you about to get the ball back, and you do something stupid, and before you know it, it's a tie game.
Yep. Yeah, they young. That let you know because I'm over here. I'm messaging you. Said, oh yeah, man, they got these boys. And I watched that play happen. He stood over him and said something, threw the flag. They went forward, got the ball back, and then he threw it straight to number 9. And number 9 damn near took it to the house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
And
So
they, I don't think they scored again until the fourth quarter.
nah, they didn't. They actually didn't, and they was rolling. They was
They
getting.
was rolling.
I mean, what's I always forget dude's name. With Holgerson.
Yeah, Dana had him
He
going.
was getting everything he wanted, and then
Yep.
it just fell up. College football is a big momentum. Momentum is huge in college football, man, because it seems like once you get that momentum, if you just ride that momentum wave, I mean,
Mhm.
and that's kind of what OSU did. They got the momentum and they didn't never let up. So, but it'll be all for nothing if they lose Saturday.
Man, it will be. It will be. So
Because I know a lot of people from Norman ain't gave up their tickets yet.
yeah, man. I don't
So,
know, man. I mean, I like I told you, I hate that we gotta have somebody lose to get in. Like
yeah,
we should have never lost to the two teams we lost to. Okay, O
yeah.
State. I can accept the O State, but the Kansas, that's the one that still haunt me, man, because they ain't no good.
I honestly thought I was more disappointed in y'all losing to Old State because I thought Kansas played out their mind.
They did, but
Old State did not play well to me.
man,
Well enough, they won, but I mean they just
yeah,
really just had some splash in the pan plays. They really didn't like Kansas. Y'all was just going back and forth, big play here, big play
yeah,
there.
it
Making
was.
guys selling out. Making big plays on both sides on both sides. But OSU they kind of just I don't know. They played to not lose. I guess
Yeah.
they didn't play to win, even though they won. But um,
Turn
I didn't think it was a very good game. I had said earlier in the week that it might be a call here to there to go against OU. I heard that I don't know how true this is, but I heard that y'all have had one holding called against the other team the whole season.
yeah, I never paid attention to that stat.
They said I think they said it they said it during I think it happened during the OSU game.
Okay.
And I mean that's pretty late in the season for a team not because I mean you're gonna have holes every game. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna have that.
Somebody gonna be holding. So I don't know if the refs are against y'all, but I mean that's kind of suspicious that you get to game. What was that? 8,
Yeah,
9,
that was 8.
and you ain't had a team have a holding call called against them the whole year. I and then you have the controversial pass interference that happened. So, but still setting at 9-2. I talked to some of the people I know in Norman this past week. They're excited because they feel like even if they don't go, that honestly they feel like they're gonna go to a better bowl if they don't make the Big 12 championship. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because even if they don't go to the Big 12 championship, they can still get a New Year's Six bowl
Yeah.
because Texas could get Texas if Texas wins, they get an automatic New York Six bowl if they don't go to the conference. But OU could get an at-large bid by how they're ranked.
Right. Right. They can. Because
And
honestly,
OSU
I feel like
couldn't. OSU could only way OSU can get a New York Six is if they win a New Year's Six bowl is if they win. There's a lot of money for a New York New Year's Six bowl. Some estimate between 20 and 30 million per school. So that would be, in Venable's second year, that would be a huge windfall going into the SEC.
yeah.
He have that. You would have a nice, bag to play with in NIL wise, going forward. Upgrades and stuff going forward into the SEC. I know they got to do a lot of renovations to the stadium
Yeah.
make it SEC ready. But that would be a big win for y'all. finishing 10-2 after being 6-7 last year.
Yes, big.
Y'all in Florida State to me have been the most improved teams. I give y'all's props. You don't go from 6-7 to a possible 10-2 without a lot of hard work. Y'all won some games this year that y'all would have lost last year, is what Cheyenne always likes to say, and I agree with him on that.
No, for real, we would have lost it. We
Yeah.
would have for sure lost to BYU.
Yeah.
We didn't have that grit last year. We didn't have that finish.
Yeah.
Like Central Florida. Central Florida had us on the ropes. We would have lost that.
Yeah.
So
that was another game I could point to. So let's talk about some other games we didn't talked about. OU, OSU. Obviously, we're missing somebody that he said he had to do his
he running.
Have some food, but what do you think about Kendrick not being on the show tonight?
Hey man, he gonna look at this. Kinfolk, you running. I told you 2 weeks ago when I seen you on there, you said, "Oh, you ain't good." You talk smacked about us, and I told you we coming. I said I'm coming. So hey man, you should have brought your ass on the show. You should have brought your ass on the show, man.
There's nobody to defend OSU. I should have called at Chucky and see
You
if he was.
You should have called somebody, cause man,
I couldn't take it to Ron Orange, Mike. It ain't too many of them.
Any of them, man.
I don't know how they became OSU fans, but it ain't too many of them.
Hey,
Sheen
man.
Trail,
they beat us. They had a Super Bowl, and then they went to Florida and just laid down. They laid down, man.
Yeah, so let's go through a few other games before I get you off of here. I know it's Thanksgiving, holiday weekend, and a lot going on. So Friday, we talked about TCU and Oklahoma. Iowa and Nebraska is a big game. I think Nebraska.
They win, right?
Huh?
Nebraska be bowl eligible, right? They win.
Yeah, they got to win one to get bowl eligible. That'll be big.
That'll be big for Matt Rule's first year.
Yeah, they're at home, so that's a big one. Let's go. Memphis. Friday, really. Missouri at Arkansas. Missouri sitting at 9. Arkansas has said they're gonna keep their coach for another year. He had a real good first year, and then this year he changed his coordinators. What do you think about that game? You think Arkansas can make some noise?
I don't think so, man. I think Missouri is really like that. I like the Brady Cook kid. I like the quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, and they got the #1 college kid coming. I mean,
yeah. But hey, but I hear he's still he's committed to Missouri, but I hear he's coming to Norman. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about the kid. I'm hearing that he's really good.
But I don't want to jinx it because we get him and David Stone. That's how you go into the SEC, man.
Yeah. But I also like the kid David Stone's teammate, the one technique.
Yes.
He's a run stopper. That's a sleeper. He'll come in and play immediately. He might not start, but he'll come in and play immediately.
Venables, from being at the ACC over there in Clemson, he know you got to have some big boys on the O-line and the defensive line, and that's where he established it right there.
Yeah.
That's how you win games. That's how Saban won all them games, bro. He got some hogs up there, man.
Yeah, you gotta have them hogs.
You gotta have them.
You gotta have them. Texas Tech. We talked about Texas Tech and Texas. I think Texas Tech could easily win that game.
That's one of them.
I really do.
Michael Crabtree last catch type game.
Yeah, you're right. Penn State at Michigan State. I don't really see no smoke in that one.
Michigan State.
But let's get to this one. I gotta get your prediction on this one. I want to get you on record. Oregon State at Oregon. They just announced this past week that they're going to continue the game for the next 5 years. Oregon State, I think, are they going to the Big 12?
They going 10.
Where's Oregon going?
Oregon's going 10. I think Oregon State is staying, ain't they? No, I think
they going to the Big 12, I think.
I got that's one I can't remember, because I thought it was. I know Oregon, Washington is going 10, USC going 10, Utah coming Big 12. I don't know about Oregon State. That's one I need to find out.
So who do you have winning that game? That's a big game.
I think Bo Nix is like that this year. He's having a great year. And for some reason, man, tell me if I'm wrong, but Oregon, this year, Oregon team is giving me them vibes when they had the Kenyon Burners and can't think of the other cat's name. That they was just fast, bro.
Yeah.
And you just the year they went against Cam Newton, but Cam ended up winning it. But I just feel like that's the vibe I'm getting with this Oregon team. They just fast, bro. And you gotta play with them. You gotta run with them. And if you can't run with them, bro, you toast.
You're right. You know who put that team together though, don't you?
Y'all's coach, ain't
it? He didn't. But all they got was Bo Nix. They got a couple of guys that's landing guys. I ain't gonna front, but
nah, bro.
He's saying that 80% of their production on offense and defense.
That's y'all's coach, bro. Like all the cats, only person that came with landing, bro, is Bo.
Yeah.
And
so it says that the Pac-12, the Oregon State and Washington State is still trying to keep the Pac-12 together.
They need to. That's the best. That's the best conference this year to me, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
In previous years, they stink. They ain't had nobody get in except for who? Oregon got in one time and Washington one time. Besides that, bro, the Pac-12 been stinky. Now, bro, they top dogs right now. What they got? 6, 7 ranked teams in the top 25.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
Yeah, they do.
And you might have to make it. I mean, I know, because okay, here's a scenario. What if Oregon beat Washington in the Pac-12 championship, or is that the same? How is they doing theirs? They got to eat north and south.
It's gonna be. It's pretty much gonna be Oregon and Washington again. Right. They play that game on a Friday night. Next week, ain't it?
Next week, because Big 12 championship's on the 2nd. That game is on the 1st.
Yeah. So next week, you're looking at about 5-6 teams. I think they've had 7 or 8 ranked during the year.
Oregon State, Oregon, USC was for a good minute. Yeah. Now they gone.
UCLA
Washington State.
Ranked.
Yep. Washington State, UCLA, State. Arizona State now.
Yeah, Arizona is sitting at 8-3.
Yeah, bro, they've been solid this year, man. They've been real solid. That whole conference, and it just sucks that they supposed to be leaving now, and you got this great conference going on.
Yeah, it sucks. Right now they have 5 teams that are ranked, but they had 3 more that was ranked at some point during the year. So good season from the Pac-12. So you got Oregon on that game?
Nah, man, I'm going with Penix.
No, I'm talking about Oregon.
Oregon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going Oregon over that one. I'm going.
Okay. And then we get to Saturday, and we got the big matchup.
Yep.
Ohio State at Michigan. No Jim Harbaugh. What do you think about this one?
I think Ohio State finds a way to win. Now, I was a big critic on them. I got a homeboy, man. He gonna see this. He's a
Yeah.
diehard. He from Detroit. He a diehard Michigan Go Blues. He all on that.
Yeah.
And I've been talking smack to him every week about their schedule. They
Yeah.
got the weakest schedule in college football.
They do. They do.
So when they got to Penn State, I
Yeah.
told them this is gonna let me know if y'all real or not. And that let me know that they could play. But
Yeah.
they ain't played nobody like Ohio State yet, though.
No, they haven't.
So I think it's still gonna be close because it's hard to win in Ann Arbor. The weather probably be cold, but I still think Ohio State find a way to win. Close though, close. But I think they find a way to win because Marvin Harrison Jr. is that dude.
Yeah, I agree. He's the best player in this game. I'm anxious to see what Michigan does to try to take him out of the game. I've seen a lot of teams just roll coverage towards him. Quarterback doesn't feel confident enough in his abilities to try to sneak anything in there. Harrison has been frustrated at times.
Yeah,
I like Michigan in this game just because of the running game they have.
yeah,
Um, I just comparing when Ohio State played Penn State and Michigan flat out dominated Penn State, bro.
right. They did dominate.
They
Start
did.
to
They
finish.
went to Penn State. Well, when Penn State went and when they played Ohio State at Ohio State, there was a play during that game where dude, I can't remember if it was he picked up a fumble or something. He ran it back. At the time, I think it was like 3-3. Well, he don't run that ball. They called a defensive hold on that play, on a run play,
Yeah,
and negates the touchdown. Ohio State ends up scoring a touchdown a little bit later on that drive, and I think that was kind of the play of the game right there. Like Michigan, I mean, and I'm not gonna say, I mean, rivalries can kind of go both ways, but Ohio State has a lot to prove because Michigan has beat them 2 years in a row.
yeah. 2 years in a row.
And last year they kind of embarrassed them, bro, at
Yeah.
the horseshoe.
Yeah,
So I like Michigan in this game by a touchdown, but Harbaugh not being there kind of scares me a little bit
yeah,
because he makes good in-game adjustments. Michigan looked rattled last week against Maryland. They did pull out a victory, so I'm gonna stick with Michigan. That's my pick. Uh, Louisville and Kentucky. Louisville's already clinched. That's just a rivalry game.
y'all had them boys beat, man.
Huh?
Y'all had them boys beat.
I know. Kentucky, they've been ranked at times this year. I think they've had some injuries.
Mm-hmm.
That once they quarterback kind of, they situation. I like Kentucky in that game just because I seen Louisville last week, and Louisville don't got a quarterback at all.
Yeah,
They got some playmakers, Louisville do, but their quarterback situation is shaky.
yeah.
I like Kentucky in that game.
And it's crazy they can lose and they still gonna go to the ACC.
ACC championship. Well, that's because this ain't an ACC game.
That's true. That is
a rivalry.
You see,
So,
rivalry.
We got Texas A&M at LSU. Texas A&M's fired Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some people that don't realize Texas A&M has a top 5 roster there.
Man, it's nasty. I pay attention to the recruiting stuff, and that team got so much talent. I don't understand why they've been sorry for the last 4 years.
I know. I kind of credit it to like Jimbo was kind of regular when he was at Florida State until he found Jameis.
Yeah.
And once he found Jameis, they got the rolling in Florida State. He chose the wrong quarterback. Like in the state of Texas, you're gonna have 10 to 15 quarterbacks to choose from. And it seemed like he always chose the wrong quarterback, just the wrong quarterback for his system. He had a decent one. I forget Buddy's name. He ended up towards the end being pretty good, but they had a lot of growing pains with him. But Jimbo never really got that Jameis type. He got everybody else. He had everybody else, but he never got that Jameis type quarterback to come in and just take over and be there with all that talent, because they got a ton of talent at Texas. Whoever gets that job ain't gonna have to do much to fuck that up. Like
they better send Deion down. Deion to have him hard.
Yeah.
Everybody said, nah, he need to stay, man. I get it. I mean, I respect it. They gave Deion his shot, but if Deion want to win, he gotta go. He gotta go there because he ain't gonna get no dogs in Colorado.
Nah, he ain't.
They leaving now.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
I know TR gonna be mad that we said this, but I said it at the first of the season. He won't make a bowl, and everybody jumped on me and was like, "Nah, man, he won't make a bowl."
Yeah, it's a lot to deal with, and then their recruiting situation. People like, well, recruiting don't matter, but and granted, some of those rankings can go back and forth, but when you at the bottom of the rankings, that's gonna show up that next. That you gotta string the top teams in the country. They string together 3-4 top 20 classes, and that's what makes them a good Power 5. If you're a Power 5, you got to string together 2-3 good classes.
I will say this though. It sucks that the Pac-12 was so good this year. He maybe could have made a bowl, but he lost to Stanford, which was the lowest team in the Pac-12. He lost to a couple other teams that he should have beat. But if he was in the Big 12 this year, he maybe could have made it.
Yeah. And so next year they move over to the Big 12. I didn't realize that. The Big 12 will probably be wide open, but let's get to we got let's see. It ain't much this weekend. Alabama versus Auburn. Auburn lost to a sorry team this past week. Yeah. Arizona at Arizona State. We talked about BYU and Oklahoma State. Liberty at UTEP. Liberty sitting at number 25. There's not really Florida State at Florida. Florida State moved down to 5 because their quarterback is hurt.
You think they still got a chance to do something? I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, a one-loss Pac-12 probably
ain't gonna be mad about it, but y'all gave them a good game with a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I just don't. We're gonna talk about us in a minute, man, because I want to get your. I know you'll give your honest opinion. Georgia at Georgia Tech is a game that's nobody's talking about.
Could be tricky,
but I'm gonna tell you, Georgia Tech is scrappy.
They come to play,
and they've played with, they've lost. Everybody talks about the Bowling Green game they lost. They just didn't show up, but they played Ole Miss tough. Was it Louisville? They almost beat. They lost to 2 or 3 ranked teams, and they played well against those teams. Don't be surprised if that's not close early.
Yeah.
Georgia will probably pull away late. Clemson is back ranked. They're at South Carolina. Your boy Spencer Rattlers had a pretty good year, but they can't protect him. Yeah. Kansas at Cincinnati. Oh, man, this season. Iowa State at Kansas State. Now, see, I didn't realize they played each other. So if y'all win, and Texas wins, no, if y'all win and Texas loses and Oklahoma State loses, this is who y'all might be playing.
Yep. You're right because the
The
K State.
winner of that game.
Yep, you're right.
So
The Big
that's
12 is
where
tricky.
that tiebreaker had me all confused. 7 o'clock game on Fox could be a big game.
That's Friday or Saturday.
This is Saturday night. That
Okay,
could be a really big game.
that can be a good one.
Iowa State going up to Manhattan, tough to play it there on a night game.
Yeah.
We shall see. North Carolina at NC State. I didn't realize North Carolina wasn't ranked anymore. That could be, but that's about it. Do you got time to shift over to the NFL for a short?
Yeah. I got a minute.
Okay, I just want to go over a few games with you and let's see. We can do the Thursday night games. Thanksgiving. You got Green Bay at Detroit. Detroit's playing well. Who do you like in that game?
Man, I gotta go with my boy Golf. Still got love for him.
Yeah, he can play.
I just think that they just rolling right now, man. And
Yeah,
if you
he
stop the
can play.
run, then he gonna hit St. Brown. He gonna hit Laporta. He gonna get to chopping you up. So
yeah.
I don't think Green Bay's good enough this year to hang with them.
Washington at Dallas.
Man, Dallas done had three. This make 3 bye weeks, man. Play somebody, man.
Hold on. Let me break it down to you what Dallas got. They here in a few weeks. I'm gonna tell you. Starting December the 10th, they go Eagles at home. They go to Buffalo. They go to the Dolphins. Lions at home. And then they play the Commanders. That's 5 games. Where do you think they go in that 5-game stretch?
2-3.
I think so too. 2-3.
I think they can get Detroit at home. The home games.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get the Eagles at home, and I think they'll get Detroit at home.
Yeah.
Miami on the road. They got my boy Ramsey playing now. They look good. I don't know. I think they lose in Miami. Buffalo so up and down. If Parsons and them can get to Josh, then yeah, they could win, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna say Buffalo. And then you said what's the other one? You said Washington. You said Washington again. I don't know. They honestly maybe can flip that and go 3-2 maybe. I don't know. But if not, it'll be a 2-3.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wait, son.
we got San Francisco at Seattle, the night game.
We just beat Seattle. Aaron Donald had Geno so shook. I can only imagine what y'all finna do to him. So it's finna get ugly in Seattle because they can't block nobody. If we can get to him with just 2-3 people, what y'all finna do with 5? Come on, man. It's finna get ugly in Seattle.
I don't really see any other NFL games worth talking about. Cleveland at Denver could be a good one. Y'all got Arizona. Y'all have been playing well with the young guys, developing them.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Los Angeles.
That could be a tricky one. Cause Stanley on a 3-game losing streak. He know he gotta win, man. So that could be one that they can make, because the Chargers just can't win in the fourth quarter. I think they might put something together to win in the fourth quarter Sunday.
Okay. I don't really see no other games. Everybody is kind of Jacksonville at Houston. It could be for the,
Yeah,
That could be a big one. That's probably the best one I see on paper.
Stroudman was playing down there, man.
Yeah.
Y'all's D'Amico Ryans, man. Yeah, you could tell he was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of sick about D'Amico leaving, man. We losing some. When you got a defensive coordinator that's that good, just like Shala or whatever, the Jets, like
Yeah.
you lose them guys, man. Them guys are ready to be head coaches. They just got to get the right offensive coordinator with them. It looks like D'Amico has, some guys. I think they're are they 5-6 or
6-4?
6-4.
Yeah.
Well,
they ain't been 6-4
since make the playoffs.
It said they ain't been 6-4 since 2018.
Oh yeah, so D'Amico, yeah, time for extension in his first year.
out the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, man, it's good talking to you, Bubba, man. I want to get you back on the show, man. I like our chemistry. It flows well. Kendrick sent me a message. I'm going to let you hear it so you can respond to his message real quick. Let me know if you can hear it. Hold up.
The Dondo show tonight, fam, wasn't shit. Bubba wasn't talking about shit. Oh, you ain't shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. What is it, Sunday, nigga? So Sunday, I'm gonna tune in. There ain't no debate talk about, nigga. We in there.
Hey, have that same energy Sunday, man. That's all I want you to have. But hey, this ain't a good look on you, fam. You ducking. You a duck, man. You ain't that busy, nigga. You ain't making dressing, nigga.
Well, man, if I don't see you this holiday, man, love you, man. Tell the fam, everybody, what's up, man. Holler at me when next time you come down this way. We got to do this again, though, bro.
All right, man, for sure, man. Love you, man. Set it up, man. Hey, we end up winning. We got to get back on here, man. If you making the Big 12 championship, I got to get back on.
Okay. Love you too, man. Love you too. All right, bro.
All right, I'm out.